everyone, welcome to a new video for FET price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Starting on the daily chart here, we are having a 3 waves towards the downside and 3 waves towards the upside. Again, this is an expanding flat that we might be looking at. We are looking, of course, for a 5 waves toward the downside for the wave C. In the case that we finished this expanding flat in a running flat, therefore your wave C has ended here with 5 waves already in a diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finished, of course, as a running flat. After this, you would like to see a 5 waves impulsive, of course, for a wave 1, which we are looking at probably because it is kind of like a conflict of waves between bullish and bearish, because we can consider this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finish wave 1, or it can be also as a W with a zigzag, as X as a zigzag, and as Y as well as a zigzag. Therefore, it can also be a 3 corrective waves, as of course after 5 waves down. And that means after 5 waves down, 3 corrective waves, you want to see for continuation towards the downside. However, what we got after this is, of course, another 5 waves toward the downside, where we are looking already to a impulse here, where we can see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And this is already giving us the impression that we are impulsive. However, it can still be as well an ABC as because, of course, you know, it can be as well 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your wave C after having a wave B. Therefore, it is a little bit still conflict here as well between a bullish and bearish scenario. FET is not very clear for us what the price decision is gonna be. However, if we look now here, we can see clearly that we have 3 waves corrective. And when you see 3 corrective waves again towards the upside, this is definitely not an impulse. This can be, of course, an impulse, and it can be a corrective, but this one definitely can be a 3 corrective waves. And when we see this towards the upside, of course, we might think here, of course, yeah, that might be, of course, impulsive towards lower prices. Now, after having these 3 corrective waves, now it might still be that it's not ended yet. What we are looking, probably it could be an A and then a B, and we're still looking now at a wave C. So probably we can still have one more leg for a wave C, and having a 1, a 2 again as an A, B, and a C. However, if we take a closer look here on the 1-hour chart to get much better information than this, we can see in the 1-hour chart where we have this conflict area, we can see clearly as well that this might be a contracting diagonal. Because if we take a closer look here, if we zoom in, we can of course see that this is already a zigzag finish for wave 1, and then 2 of course as a zigzag, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. Finishing, of course, as well as a zigzag. So it can be basically a perfect contracting diagonal, actually. So yeah, it can still be considered as another wave 1 towards the downside after, of course, this wave 1 here as well, in case it is a contracting diagonal. So in that case scenario, of course, guys, we can consider that this already 3 waves toward the upside, as we said on the daily, and it is clearly on the 1-hour chart as well. It is 3 waves towards the upside, finishing a wave A, then 3 waves down, finishing a wave B, lower than your start. That means an expanding flat here. And we are looking finally here at a wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, possibly finished. And possibly we are starting to move down. This is your high, by the way. This might be your 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finished a wave C, and possibly we are looking for lower prices and possibly impulsive towards the downside. So yeah, be careful with FET. Again, we are still very critical with FET. The price is not very clear in these waves, but however, here can be clearer. Here we see very clear 3 waves, right? A, B, C, and then possibly that we move again towards the downside. So yeah, I would like to mention that this also might end as an ending diagonal, guys, like for this expanding flat that we saw on the daily, Where on the daily, we have seen, of course, this expanding flat, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and you need 5 waves down. So it is very possible to finish as an ending diagonal. Yeah, and even for a running flat, if you still want to consider this as a running flat, it might be the wave C be short. So it can still finish as a running flat with a kind of like diagonal and then finish in the middle almost. So everything is still possible, guys, for FET. Now, the thing is that I don't see still any kind of bullish signals unless this will transform to something else, right? But yeah, from here I cannot really consider 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Your wave 4 has interfered with your wave 1, so there is no impulse, unfortunately. And if I want to consider this as ABC here, it cannot be really a very long wave A and then very short wave C. So, and to start an impulse from here, so yeah, it's not really how to say, making the structure make sense, because of course you have big one here, and then okay, if you say A, B, and a C, or W, X, Y, well, your wave Y should take the low at least, yeah. So that is not an option. So a little bit much possibility, still bearish, right? Still bearish the possibilities, or sideways range. That is not clear price decision yet. One of these things that it might happen, or a little bit bearish or sideways for FET. So I consider that this area is still very dangerous to enter. There is no clear direction yet, unless we get, of course, a clear impulse here and we start to move down. Then, of course, I would say, okay, yeah, we are clear to move towards the downside, as we said. And for a 1-2, by the way, if we want to consider this as a 1-2 here, and we are looking to another impulse here towards the upside, it is possible, right? It is possible, but yeah, the price action doesn't give really like a really nice impulse towards the upside, and we did not really took the high, because you have already finished your 1 and 2, and okay, if you need a 1-2 again, probably your wave 1 should be higher, right? Now, if we get a higher price from here, then we maybe can consider a 1, 2, 3. This can be your wave 3, and then 4 and a 5. So it can be a chance, guys. It can be a chance. But yeah, I still don't see the pattern yet for an impulse toward the upside. This is a problem. If you look here, you have 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then still looking for finishing as wave C or as an impulse, right? So this is the thing. FET still need a little bit a clearer price action to seek for a decision. Now, another possibility that it could be, as I said, a side range, like it can range in sideways. It could be a triangle. Yeah, it could be that it is forming a triangle. So that is very, very possible, where we are looking to A, B, C, D, and E, and that can bring us back to the course of a bullish scenario, where we are looking to A, B, C, D, and E. Your wave E will finish towards the downside, and that means your price action will move directly towards the upside after it, and of course it's gonna be like very, very high price and volatile wave towards the upside after a triangle. So that is very possible. It could be very possible that we are having a triangle. So let's keep this into here for the next time, and we'll see which scenario could unfold. As to recap, I'm still not seeing any clear decision for FET. I see just sideways range or a little bit higher possibility for bearish scenario. That was it for FET. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.